All right, I do believe we are live with drawing inward for Thursday. Yep. Although it's still saying limbo. That's hilarious. Why is it doing that? It's weird. It's like every time. Let me just see. No, I can't change settings on the fly. Every time I stream, it has the last stream's like game and title on it. So I got to figure that out at some point. Yeah, that's on the site. But for no apparent reason, it's saying limbo. Oh well, we'll have to figure something out. So, hello everyone. Time to do some drawing, and time to have some fun there with the drawing. We sketched out some plans for this comic last week, and before I go into that, I want to do some line reps as usual. So we'll push that back, and we'll do some line reps. I actually have a new thing today. Very exciting. I have my, well, we'll talk about that later. First, let's just sort of warm up the body a bit. Get some lines drawn. Again, just getting back into the habit of drawing, even just 1 week away, and especially since I'm not drawing that much during the week, anything at all, and also not much during the streams, it's easy to get out of practice. Some nice straight lines, some nice circular circles, hopefully. So if you're watching, I hope you've been having a good week, a productive week to a reasonable point, at a reasonable level. Don't want to burn yourself out, but it's always good to get some stuff done. Done is a strong argument. It's a phrase I came across recently, which I kind of like. Okay. I'm wondering. Interesting. Okay. So, this is my finishing stamp. Right here. It's a stamp I'm going to use on my things to show that they are done on my pages. And this was on for 19th of June 2018. Okay, so we've got that finished. All right, so we're going to come back to the comic. The plot here is we see Alice over here. She is reading a book up against a rock, I think. Maybe there's a tent nearby. And she's reading, and she's hearing Francis off to one side, the boy, talk about, Alice, you should join me, fishing or, playing around over here. And she's then rolling her eyes over here, saying, I can't think of anything worse to do. And then come down here, he goes, it's fun, it's nature, we should enjoy ourselves. And she goes, no, with a sort of an angry expression. And then over here to Francis, and we see him just covered head to toe in mud, holding like a wriggling fish, and kind of going, what's her problem? So I think that's the idea there. We're going to use a particular image of Alice, which I don't know if I have right here. We will see. No, we don't. So one moment. Stand by. While I pull down this one image I drew of Alice that I wanted to, use as reference. In fact, I might also grab the book I pulled it from. So that would be here. All right. So there's that. I know I pulled that from a copy of Yotsubato. So let me grab that manga and let me here, I can show you what I'm talking about, which is awfully nice. Yeah, it's a little hard to read because of how big it is. Let's scale that down, make that a little more readable. Okay, so this is basically what I'm referencing. And it is from some volume of Yotsubato, which I have here. I gotta find, it's where they all go out drawing. Or painting. Nope, not there. We'll find it. So all the kids are out. All the like preteen kids are out like painting. Maybe an earlier one. Let me go. It's probably not in volume 1, but maybe. They don't know each other yet, well enough yet to have an outing like that. Well, maybe it would actually might be. Souvenir. Summer. Yeah. This is looking possible. Flowers. Picnic lunch. Oh, this is the farm episode. Yukata. That's not it. Where is it, man? If I can't find it quickly, I will go. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. Yeah. So they're all sitting. Yeah. Okay. There it is. So I want to mimic this one pose, but slightly differently. I need to move things all over the place here. We'll get there, no worries. Okay. So, let's see here. All right. So let's first off grab our magic eraser. And we know we want Alice over here. We're going to do her. Yeah, I think we want it sort of pulled out a fair amount. So we're going to put her maybe here. There's the head. Make sure it's pointing out that way. And then we know she has there. We will give her shoulders and a shirt, but we know the shirt needs to come down kind of like this. And then we give her, interesting, we give her a bit of a butt right there. And then we have the, how do we do that? And we have, and we have her skirt coming over like this, roughly. So we need kind of like this. Gotcha. Okay, so there's that. It's a very rough shape for that. Probably have to have that coming up like that, maybe a bit more. Yeah, we'll play around with that. And then she's got to have her legs sticking out like this. Not going for realism. And then her arms, so she's reading here. So the book's going to have to be roughly here, right? I am very bad at the angles on this, obviously, but getting an idea. And so we got those. So we're going to have her arms coming out like this, maybe up a little bit more to support that. And same thing here, we got that, and so we'll have an arm sort of down here with the idea of coming back up. Does that make sense? Actually, that's a little bit too far. So that would kind of come down like this. And then like that is more natural. Yeah, okay, good. And then the other arm is going to be more or less obscured. It's going to be down like this, and then there, and then we'll just have a hand. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so we're just going to have the book. It's kind of hard because of, oh, actually. So if we have a book like, so there'll be a book like this, and then another page open like that. Okay, yeah, just wander things around. That's not too bad, actually. Okay. And then we give her her bangs. And then those come around here. Hey, Evie, good to see ya. Let's try something like this. Give her hair. Okay, so her hair should be, it can kind of come around to there, but we're not going to see much more of it than that. And there's the thing. How is the how's the camera? Can you see the drawing pretty well? Because that's fairly Alice there, and we'll go ahead and give her her eyes. I like that. It's turning out pretty well. Again, we need to sort of define her, and then the skirt. And so she's going to be sitting up next to like a rock of some kind. A rock. And maybe, perhaps we can give it a sense that there's a little sort of seat here for her on the rock. I don't know. You can see it? Cool. Actually, that's even better. We'll suggest that there are a couple of rocks back here, and that she's kind of sitting on one of the rocks. Okay. And then behind her, there will be a tree. Completely messing up that tree. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. That's more like a tree. Sort of a reverse crown, upside down crown. And then more trees in the background. We'll just kind of sketch in some trees. In fact, what I might do here, I think I will, is I'm going to go ahead and sketch in all of this, and then just layer the text over top of it when I actually do that. And so where is she? Like, where physically is she? Rocks, trees. Maybe we'll do another tree right back here. I don't know that we actually have to be specific about it. Maybe we'll have a little rock or so here. It's a little weird being out of context. Maybe what we'll do is we'll have some water over here. If he's fishing, we want to imply that. So let's rethink this and maybe have a smaller tree here. With a branch or two. Going off into some general foliage. And then we'll have a like a water line back here. Maybe that'll work. That water line seems too high. Let's go lower on the water line so the water goes out to maybe here. And then maybe we can see a shore over here of some kind. I have to figure that out. Okay. We'll get the idea. Maybe some trees back there. Okay. And then we're going to zoom in over here. I can't think of anything worse. So this is Alice. Come on. And this is going to be I can't think of anything worse. And this time we're going to zoom in a little bit, I think. But same basic principle. I should probably ink these lines. Looks good? Cool. So let's zoom in. Let's make her maybe this big, headwise. Same angle. We want it to be closer there. Then we give her shoulder and shirt, and we know the shirt comes down about there, and then we want to do her butt, and then we have her skirt coming up like this. Yeah. And we'll just hint at those things. I'm going to ink those lines here before we go any further. That's rather important. These corners, or the lines around, otherwise things will get ridiculous. I will be I will end up drawing on them and over them and all sorts of stuff. I don't do this now. I'm sure pros do this on the computer, but for me, for now, I do it here. Maybe they don't. I don't know. No, the lines on those are so strong. I'm sure they're computer. So regular. Feels satisfying. Get those nice dark lines in. Hopefully I won't smear them. How have you been doing, Evie? Haven't seen you around in a little bit. Hope you're doing well. All right. Another thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to remove this from the book. Like, this is not doing me any favors. It's just an extra big block thing that inhibits me from drawing. Okay. Cool. All right. Actually, let me grab a tissue so I can daub that down. One thing I've learned is that it is very easy to not wait properly for it to dry, or not wait for it to dry properly, and you end up with problems. Sure enough, there's, oh, it's the crease. Okay. I'm fairly confident that's good. All right. So now we can, importantly, now I can sketch in like lines and so forth and go over these, and they will just erase out. So there are her legs. I kind of want the idea that she's maybe moving the book down a little bit while she's kind of rolling her eyes. So I will maybe move the book so it's a little less visible. And then have her arms like this. And then again, loop. And then doing kind of that maybe. A little unclear where that arm would be going. That looks about right. Okay, let's give her her hair. I'm just going to go around like this, and then up and around, and kind of tuck over to one side, and we'll give her her bangs, and her eyes will be, I think if her eyes are up here, she should be kind of looking up this direction. And then saying something there. I don't like that mouth though. So I think what we want for the mouth shape is more of a square. Yeah, kind of an annoyance. Although, should she be looking upwards like that? Because it implies he's kind of up there, or up. I'm going to have her looking more this direction. So she's going to be looking kind of more towards where hey Diego, hey James. She's going to be looking more towards Francis, I think. Glad to hear you've been doing good, Evie. All right, so then we got to make sure we maintain the rock. Coming down like this. And then it comes in like this. And again, we imply that maybe there's a rock here that she's sitting on or something. And then we still have the tree over here. And then the water line, like that. And then we'll have to have some idea of trees or something over here. Okay. And then he goes, okay, it's fun. That's, by the way, a terrible face, but I think I can fix that in post. Let me fix that that face now. I need a better shot, though, of Alice kind of from the side, and I know I have one of her. It's totally from the side. It's not 3/4, but let me play around a little bit more with this hair. For one thing, the hair is awful. The hair should be coming down. I'm doing that and doing that maybe. It should be coming back around like this, and it should also be dangling down. That's an issue. So let me do, actually it shouldn't be dangling down that much, so we need, because there's her bangs, but we do need some over on this side. All right, that makes that look better. But her head shape is still not quite right. That's better. That's about right. Okay, I think that's close enough that I can then do that. Volume is off, you say. I've got volume on here. I've got everything else there. Is it just low or is it completely off? 1 second. I have not changed my my microphone. It's right here. So let me know if it's okay, working. Cool. All right, so there's there. So then it's fun. No. And this is the point at which she's annoyed. And I think we can go back to a size more or less like this. Or maybe we even zoom in further. No, we'll zoom in further. Let's do that. I like that idea. That's probably too strong on the cheek. Let's go much softer. That's better. Her bangs are, again, they come down kind of like this. And then they'll go up like this. And around the top of her head. And then kind of fold that in. Ugh. And then they come up about here. And they kind of come around here. Let's fix her. Don't want to give her a point in the head. Okay. And then we start her eyes up here. Angry eyebrows. Something like that, maybe. That's funny. The shape is problematic, but we're getting there. Might even go sillier with the thing. Maybe we go... Ooh. Do we go tiny pupils? Oh, or maybe something like this. Yeah, there we go. Time to change the eyes. Completely. I like that idea. You got Monster Hunter World, Diego. Awesome. That is so much fun. That is a fun game. We'll have to do some hunts together. All right, so what's the issue here? Let me pull back up Alice reading to get a sense for what's up here with her face. Actually, we can zoom in on her face a little bit too. So, first problem, face is too narrow. So I think we'll just do it this way. I'm going to cut that down. Okay. Nope, that's going to have to go around. Okay. And then we have... I think also the eyes are the problem. They should be sort of more like this. Come around the side of the head. Perhaps even bigger mouth over there. Boy, I'm struggling on this one. I think part of it is that this should be more like this, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's better. Um, hmm. Hmm. What's the issue here? Part of it is just the strength of the thing. I don't know. Perhaps we do. Let's try something else. Can always do it again. Yeah, that's better. That's correct. Hate having to tear something out, but sometimes you find just that's better and funnier. Okay, fair enough. Um, should she have an ear? Uh, Probably. Do we show? We show ears. Yep. So actually, her hair should start a little further back and come around an ear and come down to there. Okay. So gotta remember to do an ear, do an ear. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, that's cute. And now you have Francis wondering what the heck is the issue. So let's check some Francis. Ah, look at that. There's Francis from the side. That's pretty perfect. Mm. I like how this is coming together. And so we want him. Yeah, let's just do some Francis. It's going to be. What's her problem? Need some more surface area. Yeah, like we said, we're gonna ramp this up. He's gonna have stuff all over him. Okay, so we know we want Francis to be about. We'll give him a head around, maybe a little bigger around here, which gives him his body. Uh-huh. And then his legs. Oops. Short should be a little longer. And then legs down to feet. All right, not too bad as a first attempt. Head is actually quite a bit bigger than that. Okay. Body is actually a bit bigger than that too. We got to do the. Well, let's just go ahead and first off, having a difficult time seeing. One sec. There we go. So we do give him a neck, and then the kerchief coming down to a little knot and little tails. Okay. And then his shirt again comes out fairly big there, and he has his t-shirt. He's going to be holding a fish in one hand, so we got to make sure he's going to have his arm out for that. That's an awfully long arm. Something like that. And then we'll make his. Gotta flex it out a little bit more. There we go. I made him a little too small there proportionally the first time around. That's okay. Again, this is our first attempt. And then he has, and again we'll have to add some fun stuff to this, but just to kind of get this going. That's a bit much for the curve. And of course the goggles. And then we'll do his nose and down and like there, roughly. Not bad, not bad. Ear, hair, eyes. Something like that expression-wise. Okay, so how do we represent mud? A mud-covered kid. So we can certainly do like, that can be all dark. We can do sort of patches of mud all around like this maybe. We can have mud kind of like this on his shirt. Mud like dripping. There we go. So just have some goop on there. In fact, it should be drooping here. So we'll have like drops like there. And yeah, there we go. We're going to have the fish like this. I don't know. Perhaps you should be holding it. No, we'll have the fish here. And the tail sticking out like this. Yeah, we'll figure out something. I want to have little flappy fins on the side. So he's gonna have mud all over himself. There needs to be mud on his face. Big disgrace. Maybe some mud on his nose, and his nose is dripping. That would even better. The hat needs to be wet. So that needs to be kind of doing this. And that needs to be dripping. give him mud all over his legs. Okay, yeah, I kind of like that. We'll do maybe some muddy patches there. We'll have some mud on his face as well, up here on his cheeks. We'll give him a kind of an what expression. Maybe even a yeah, we'll figure that out. Okay. So I think we know where we're going here. We will do our water line again, something like here. Our shore here. Maybe a tree here. Something like that. There's a branch, some foliage, and again we'll have trees back here on the far shore. Okay, I think we've got this sketched out now. I think we know what we need to do. Now it's time to ink. It is time to commit ourselves. Okay, we can move some of these books out of the way so we have more space. We can put our big, thick pen back in there so that doesn't get moved all around. I definitely need a bit of a moment just to collect myself, if you will. Nice to see this coming together. All right, so I think for this we're going to go with a 0.2 pen for this. So let's start with Alice's hair. Run it like this around here to her bangs. We'll give her her jaw. And then we'll show that she has hair back here. Oop. Here's her shirt. Shirt will go down there. We'll give her arms. I like how this is coming together, gotta admit. There's her butt, which I want to make a little bigger actually. Okay. Then do this here. And yeah, I think we'll have the skirt coming up to like there maybe. And then just kind of have it. Yeah, I like that. And the sense of it wraps around, and then her legs just kind of coming down like this. Maybe. Yeah, whatever. Not too thrilled about that, but that's okay. And then we'll give her her book. And then we give her the other side of her. I like how that shirt's working out. Like it really feels like it's, her shirt. Need to go smaller on here. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh! These are out of order. Got it checked. 8. We almost had a terrible, terrible problem. But crisis averted. Okay, that's okay. And again, I think we're just going to do some basic rocks here. Just give the appearance of rocks. And then a rock behind her. Might even go back over that with a thicker pen. And then we'll do our tree. Nice slender tree. Then our rough shoreline, and we'll do a little sense of water back in here. And I'll do a few little marks there to indicate that it's water. And then a few rocks around her. Okay, I like that. We have a tree bow going out like this. And then there's just some general foliage around it. Some foliage there. Another branch up here, but this time we make it look more natural. And we do some foliage around that. And like that. Alright, starting to look at the tree. And then we'll just do some basic shapes back here to indicate there's foliage back there. Maybe we'll just do it like that much. That's fine. All right, and we'll do another rock over here, and we'll show that she actually has a butt. Okay, I like that reasonably well. Alice's hair is a little wrong, but whatever. I am drawing a little not even a webcomic, just a comic wizard. All right, so we'll go back in here, and again, we'll just do her hair. This time we'll come here and come around. Original characters, original story, all my own thing, just for fun. Because why not? And then we're just going to have to play around a little bit more with this. Her eyebrow is going to be up here roughly. And then she's going to be, whoa. There, whoa, messed that one up. Ugh. Yeah, whatever. Give her a face. And give her a shirt. Again, we kind of do this. And like this. And we give her very calm arms. And then we show her body coming down here and to here. And we curve this around. Show that. A little bit of the curve there. We're going to show this coming up here. And then around down to here. And then we draw the curve of the skirt. I like the fact that it was kind of curving that way. Cool. Curves back around. Legs. The back of her body. which clearly we've got some proportional issues here, so hopefully we can correct these. Kind of while we're going. So yeah, we're making the book a little lower down. All right, and then we do our tree. And our shoreline. And our back shoreline. And our sense of stuff. It's fine. There's the rock. And again, we do some stuff behind her to indicate it's kind of rocky. Rocky Balboa. Okay. And then we need that. I'm going to go smaller on the line here for the mouth. There. There's something wrong there. Sense of that coming down. All right. Not the worst thing in the world. This is a bit too high. I might fix that in post. All right. So now we'll come back here to Alice again, kind of freaking out. The ridiculous expression. The very manga expression. Her ear. Okay. And we'll try to make that line curve just right. Yeah, not bad. And then how did he... How do you do the wavy thing? Okay, so it's just... Nope. Okay. This is what? 2. Let's try 0.1. That's kind of nice. Cool. And again, we take this. We go a little calmer on that. I like that a lot. Cool. And we may not, it may just be without a background with the text in the back. And now we do Francis. All right. We'll stick with the 0.2. I think so. I think I'm going to start with his hat because that is such an important sort of signature aspect of this. I kind of want to make sure it is sufficiently ridiculous. I'm going to increase the size of the goggles a bit too. those around a bit more. Give us our hat shape. Give him the shape of his head, which comes in like this, and then like this. That's about right. He gets ears and hair. And he's going to get a big old, what? Kind of a eyebrow expression there. That's nice. Cool, I like that a lot. And his kerchief. Oops. Little tags coming off. And then his shirt. And then his elbows. I'm actually going to change the arm a little bit here. And we have our fish. I'm actually going to wait on the fish here for a minute while I flesh him out. Okay, then, yeah, now the mud's going to be big and thick. Just glooping off the bottom of all of his stuff. So he's going to have just these big old patches of mud, which I'll ink in later. Like right now, it just looks like he's, actually I might ink in. I might really literally ink in. Again, he's going to have a patch of mud here. Going down like this maybe. Big patch of mud here. The mud's going to have come up here on his... Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to go a little lighter on the fish. Ooh. I actually kind of want an expression on the fish. And we'll try to give it some wiggle there. That's kind of cute. Okay, yeah, and then we want, again, his legs are going to be kind of caked with his black stuff. So let's go thick and heavy on the mud. Yeah, I kind of like inking things in like this. Just feels good. And obviously I'm not thinking too hard about where this mud would be in terms of how it would actually sit on there. I'm just kind of going by feel of how that would go. And obviously there should be mud on his thing as well. On his kerchief. We'll have mud here as well. Kind of get that sense that he got that arm in it real good. Cool. Again, we'll fill in this spot on his hand. The black might be a bit too much. You know, where it's like not obvious. Let's go ahead and go all the way up here to 0.8. It is mud, but hopefully in context you'll get the idea. And I think what we'll do here is we'll do something like that for the mud on the shorts. And yeah, we'll have mud just dripping off the bottom. And don't know how this is going to look when I actually ink it in, but it's worth experimenting. I'm glad I'm trying it out. We'll see what we end up with. Come on. Get in there. Does that look like muddy clothes? Reasonably well. Then we'll do similarly, we'll do his legs. Just fill those in with mud. He should be a muddy boy. A muddy boy. Maybe a little mud up here too. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Maybe some down here. Yeah. Okay, that does look like mud. And then we will add. It's a fun little concept. Where's my? There it is. And again, we'll do some dripping water. Cool. There's my 0.2. There it is. Let me go ahead and put in the tree. I think I can do from this end. Not bad. Have our shoreline and our water line. Weird doing that upside down, but whatever. And like we said, we'll have some general shapes back in there to represent trees of some sort. Okay. Let's fill in the rest of this down here. Yeah, it feels good. And again, what's your problem? Let's go ahead and fill in that branch we wanted. Maybe some more foliage up there. Cool. And then we need some with some sense that that's water. All right. We basically got a comic. Oh, not quite. Goggles need the lens in them. I like the idea that the hat is spotless, but he's covered in mud. Cool. All right. So, like I said, I'll go ahead and add in the dialogue separately. But considering this was a vague idea last week, and we went from vague idea to inked comic in a little over an hour, makes me feel pretty good. Let's daub this, make sure all the ink's dried. Would suck to start erasing this and suddenly get ink everywhere. No nose. How nosy was I with Alice? Well, from the side, obviously. Oh, no nose. Okay, good. Yeah, I generally avoid the nose, so to speak. Cool. And let's see how this turns out. May end up doing a bit more inking here once I have all the pencil marks out. Not bad. Definitely needs a little more. A little more inking of the blacks. Missed a lot of spots. And again, it's the kind of thing that you could totally do digitally. But I just like the feel of the black inking process. I'm just getting it all right there. And saying, nope, that is completely inked. Nothing wrong with digital, but some things are just a little more fun to do by hand. All right, well, that completely dry. All right, so shape of the top of her head here is not correct. That needs to be, in fact, let me go ahead and fix that. See how much that would help this. His whiteout is a little unhappy. I think I get some of it out, but never enough to completely cover the original line. There's always a bunch of gunk on it. May have to find a new brand. All right. That's better. Okay. Let that dry for a moment. Just a moment. And we'll redo that that head. It'll look fine once you actually ink it, or once I actually scan it in and adjust. So I want that line to come more like that. That's better. That's a little closer to Alice. Okay. Again, I'm going to adjust that a little bit digitally. Okay, cool. We've got a comic. Sweet! Yeah, I'm pleased. All right, that was about an hour. Good, we've done our drawing for the week. Mission accomplished. And so next week we need to explore a bit more, do something a little more interesting, something to expand the skills. I don't know what that's going to be yet. I've got to do a bit of digging and thinking, but yeah, happy with this. So I'll scan this in and put it. I almost forgot. I don't think there's enough space on the side of this. Nope, so I'll have to do it down here. On its side, but still. Finished. Yay. All right, that's it for tonight, and for this week. See you guys next week. Like I said, I'll scan this up tonight. It should be up on the DeviantArt momentarily. Have a great week.